So 1 out of 4 people suffer from mental illness, and 1 out of 9 suffer from anxiety. Chakra healing is a great asset to traditional psychology and psychiatry. And today we're going to learn about. Hey, what is up, everybody? It is Ross Cessna from Spiritual Phoenix Studios, and today we are talking about the root chakra and a 4-question quiz that can help you determine if your root chakra is out of balance. So real quick, I do want to say this. Chakra healing does not replace traditional therapy, and I think it's incredibly important as somebody who's been involved in psychiatry and who's worked with a therapist. I think this is a great asset, but it's not the only solution. Now, with that being said, we will get into everything else. So anxiety is a symptom of an imbalanced root chakra. Many people know that. Maybe people don't know how to actually fix that. But before we can look at the solution, we need to understand what a root chakra is. So a root chakra is the first of in-body chakras. It rests at the base of the spine. Some other names for it are the Muladhara, the base, the first chakra, the red chakra because it's the color of red, the Coccygeal chakra, and the Coccyx chakra. Wow, that was easy for me to say, right? So here are some symptoms of a healthy root chakra. You are feeling secure, you are feeling grounded, you are feeling capable, and you are feeling driven to accomplish things. So one way to think of the root chakra is it is a stable foundation on which to build the rest of your life, for one, and also to set the rest of the other chakras on top of. Now, we move into what maybe an unhealthy or blocked or unbalanced root chakra would look like. And you will find anxiety, apathy. Apathy is not wanting to do anything or feeling powerless to do anything, so you don't show up and you don't do anything. Depression, obviously, that is this sense of life isn't worth it, being sad, not feeling connected, being disinterested, and finally, being overwhelmed. Now, with everything going on, and I don't really want to date this too much, but this is being recorded during the COVID-19 thing. Anxiety is pretty common for people. Apathy is likely very, very common for people. Depression from being cut off for things is definitely going on. And feeling overwhelmed is happening for a lot of people. So you can have temporary root chakra issues, or you can have more permanent ones based upon old things that you haven't addressed. So here are some questions you can ask yourself to see if your root chakra is imbalanced. Are your basic needs being met? And because the root chakra deals largely with basic needs and kind of having the foundations for life and survival, if your basic needs aren't being met, or if you feel they're not being met, you might have an issue. So keep score on these 4 questions too. So that's the first one. Here is the next one. Do you feel safe? And obviously safety is a big part of this too, because it deals with basic survival things. And if you're not feeling safe, and there's not really, how do I want to put this? There's a reason to not feel safe, but there's also a reason to feel safe right now as well. So you have to kind of determine this, but if you don't feel safe more often than not, you really need to look at this. Do you feel connected to your physical body? And in traditional psychology, this would be called disassociation if you don't feel connected to it, because you're disconnecting because you don't like the physical sensation. And I've actually worked with psychologists at points who told me to like feel my feet and try to feel present in my body because I was living too much up here. So if you don't feel connected to your physical body, you likely have an issue with being rooted or with being grounded. Then we move to, do you feel connected to nature? Because nature is another big part of this. The root chakra is our connection to Mother Earth. So if you're feeling disconnected, and especially if you're living in a city, this will likely come up more for you. But if you don't feel in tune with everything that's going on, and you're oversaturated in technology, and you're not taking proper care of yourself, and you're not getting enough sunlight, all of these things, if you don't feel connected to nature, there's likely a big issue with your root chakra. And a lot of spiritual people tend to overemphasize the upper chakras, but they don't focus on the root chakra. And the root chakra is the thing that's connecting you to reality in a big way. And without that, you're kind of like a balloon floating off in these cosmic winds. So anyhow, how did you do? And if you answered yes to more than 2 of those questions, there's likely some root chakra work that you need to do. Excuse me. And it's also important to point out that root chakras are connected. So obviously it's a system, so they're all connected, but they also have their like a partner in their opposite. So the opposite of the root chakra is the crown chakra. And if your root chakra is off, your crown chakra likely is too. So it's good to work with both of them at the same time. And if you're feeling anxious and stressed, if you take the lesson of the crown chakra, which is faith, and apply some of that, it can really help. But obviously it's not the only solution. And you're probably wondering, well, what is the solution? So one of the solutions is you can hire a Reiki healer to help you. I'm a certified Reiki master in practical Reiki. Chakra balancing, chakra healing, and energy work is something that I do. I'll put my link below, but you don't have to go that route. That's just in case you don't want to do all of the research, and you don't want to do some of the heavy lifting. If you need some relief now, that's a good option. Ultimately though, I think that the best thing for you to do is heal your own root chakra. And I'm going to be doing a video next week on some of the tips on that. But you can also check other sites on YouTube or Google or anything like that and find information on it. The main thing, though, is you have to heal the root causes of what creates the problem, because otherwise it's not going to benefit you in the long run. Because if you go to a healer, even if you go to me, like I'm telling you this, and this is a crap for a business model, but it's 100% helpful. If you go to somebody and they heal you, but you keep doing the behaviors and maintaining the attitudes that keep you sick, that's not going to help you. And that's even why I have what's called the Mystic Mentorship Program, which helps you understand the key aspects that are creating issues for you, helps you address those issues, take ownership of them, heal the issues, and then fill that gap in you, because if you don't fill that gap, you're likely to go back, and it'll give you new behaviors to begin to work towards, to help you learn to retrain your mind. And then it'll even go one step further and help you reduce that into a daily checklist of things to help you keep on track. So I hope this video was helpful. If you need to further review these questions, if you didn't catch them in the video and you don't want to watch the video again, just go to my blog, spiritualphoenixstudios.com/blog, and look for the root chakra quiz. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day. Peace.